because of the Easter. Lower liquidity, some stop hunting by market makers possible, so be careful, especially Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Try to risk less. Than usual. Okay. Guys, let's start with Kiwi dollar. Again, we watched the cross last week. Quite profitable. We have on a weekly we have, just one moment. We have, should be, oops, should be better visible. I'm trying to make it bigger. We have resistance based on supply zone. Right. And we entered again the resistance zone. Let me clear some lines. Okay, there was a supply came in last week. It's visible here. Supply came in on a weekly. There was a nice fight the last 5 minutes late Friday when bulls and bears were trying to close, at least on few platforms. I showed this, of course, wider spreads, but anyway, there was last week there was a supply. But daily showing some demand on dip closer to 20 daily moving average. Those two lower shadows here, right? So we do have some demand coming into the market on dip. Okay. So this whole area here first has to be broken. And around 84.70. So here we have another demand which not been tested yet. Okay. But based on the weekly supply zone, I would rather look to sell intraday and of course sell intraday rallies. So let's take a look hourly chart. That was the one, or I would say second, we took, based on this, we took the short here, right? The first one has been stopped out. This was the second. With very tight stop, 87.04 to 87.12.8 plus around 4 pips above. It's giving us 12, of course, plus spread, right? It's always beat price. I'm gonna to use the chance as we have new people in the room. Let me quickly explain what do I mean by stop if beat, stop if offer. I'm always using stop if beat if I'm short market, on currency market. Stop if beat if short. What does it mean? Here we have, let's say, our QE, and bid price is 86, let's say 53 right now. Looks like spread here is 2 pips. It means that if I've placed order at 87.15 bid, means that if price on the bid side is going to hit 87.15, means that my stop order is going to be activated and I'm going to be executed at offer price. Okay? And stop if offer, it's only for long positions on currency market. And it means that, let's say, euro dollar, if I have 2 pips spread and my stop offer is at 137.02, so the price has to hit 37.02 at the offer side, at the ask side, but my execution is at 137. Right? So even if we have an update on our website and we have, let's say, stop if offer at 137, and if our position is stopped out, then we always inform you guys at what price the position has been closed. So just to be clear, because different guys providing different information. So let's say we were long euro dollar, right? And we had on the website information that our stop if offer is at 37.02, and the stop and the price hit our stop level. Then we always provide the price our position has been closed at. So in that case, if stop hit, then there is information that our euro dollar position has been closed at 137, right? And all calculations available on our site are based on the real closing price. And we are not trying to calculate in pips, right? We are trying to calculate everything different way. But it's quite important, right? So if there is information that we are placing order 137.02 stop if offer, means that we are talking about the ask side, offer side. The price has to hit this side and the execution is on the opposite side. With spread, of course, right? Okay. Let's get back to QE. So there was a Friday, some double tops, strong move to the downside. We took out this demand zone, then we decide based on 15 minute chart, we took some shorts around here, which has been stopped out, and then on hourly another one, and it was nice move. And at the end of the, as it was intraday, we informed you guys that we closed half. Then at the end of the day, around the break even, just few pips, we close the rest. Now, yesterday, especially during the Tokyo and European session, we sold off again towards intraday demand zone, and during US session we moved higher from here and we created again during today's Tokyo session, we create again some supply zone. Would be great to see some kind of the clearing this demand zone, then some rally toward supply, and intraday I'm going to watch around 86.80 as intraday selling opportunity. Okay. Cannot rule it out one thing. Okay, so we want to clear this demand around 86.30, but there is another demand around 86. Okay. So if we are going from here, where we are right now, straight to the demand zone, and if that zone is going to hold, we cannot rule it out buying dip first for few pips, okay, intraday. But the only only way we can buy on dip is if we go straight from here and make first attempt here into the support demand zone. Okay. So we have two levels to watch on Kiwi today, something around 86.80 and the zone around 86.05, 86 on Kiwi. Now let's go to euro dollar. Let's start again here with weekly. We missed on Friday, nice entry, we missed by a few pips. We are still on the weekly, we can say we are still within the uptrend last few weeks. Okay. On the weekly, so the main trend we know. Then on daily, just as a reminder, we were waiting for this level here on daily, and really we missed it by a few pips. Now, yesterday, I mean Sunday evening, we had quite nice gap. We are trying to, on the beginning, to close the gap. And we're testing 20 on daily, 20 moving average on daily. So definitely, the current level is not the good one as a selling level. Eventually, I would rather look to buy based on the 20 daily moving average. And eventually we have a chance to fall again towards 137. The old zone, the new one here with strong move, right? When I'm going to look to sell again, I would like to see, because there is definitely plenty of shorts from Friday, and some of them can decide to take the profit, and especially the lower liquidity because of upcoming Easter could push the prices higher again. I would like to see at least some effort to close the gap, maybe to push the prices higher above Friday high toward our selling zone. Okay, I was trying to narrow the zone because it's daily chart, but we have to of course remember about this spike to the upside towards 39.70. Okay, but I'm looking here, and I would say that we shouldn't go higher than here or here. If we are going to find good supply here, we should touch 39.20 and we should start falling, right? So we shouldn't go higher than those 2 points, and they are at 39.36, 39.45. The only thing is here, it could be the same. It could be the same like it was with Kiwi, right? But there was a 15-minute chart where the supply zone has been cleared. But anyway, as we know, it's strong visible supply zone, and it was respected. We missed the zone by some 10-15 pips on Friday, right? So, and the zone, in my opinion, is still valid. There was no touch on Friday. The zone is still valid. But again, remember, if everyone wants to sell here, and the big guys have to give us the liquidity at that level, so means that they have to buy from us at the supply zone, so they are buying at resistance, okay? So it could be that they will try to push slightly higher to clean some stops first, so to activate some stops, some buying order, to unload their buying from the lower level, and to help them to create overall short exposure on their accounts, right? So it could be some stop hunting here. So we have to be very, very careful as usual. It's daily. Now let's take a look. Let's take a look on hourly. And there was a nice supply coming in yesterday during the European session at the opening level. Okay. So from the intraday perspective, the zone is quite wide. And it's something like this. And one moment, it's 38.40 to 38.60. I would be very careful, and we have one more. We have one more here, supply, but it's very small. I would be very careful here at the whole zone because it's a standard showing some kind of the supply zone. I would rather try to narrow it like this, let's say, to have it 38, 50, 51 to 38, 62, 63, so something like 12 pips. Okay? Now, why? Let me explain you why. Because I have some demand zone around 37.90 here. Right? There was the move to the upside. Consolidation, breakout, pullback, continuation. Okay? And we start, overall, we start from here around 37.90. And if we are going to add 20 daily moving average around 138, it's giving us nice level of support around 138. Okay, so I don't want to sell at 138.40 with potential gain of 40 pips when my stop is going to be around 25-30 pips. Because it's just above 1-to-1 risk to reward. So in that case, the white zone, this white zone, it's not for me. I'm not interested in it. But overall, I really like the whole idea of selling around that level. And that's why I'm trying to narrow as much as I can to find the best entry point around 38.50 with something like 15 pips stop, of course plus spread, but around 15 pips, and it's giving me possibility to have at least 3-to-1. Well, sorry, 1-to-3 risk reward. So in that case, I'm going to be interested to try short around 38.50. But again, I'm going to watch the market, as I would like to avoid simply situation that we are slightly approaching this level and finally, bam, big candle to the upside, cleaning the stops, using the momentum to close the gap. Okay, so I would rather to, definitely I'm going to watch the level without the waiting order to see if we have some hesitation, some rejection, whatever. Okay. So intraday, I'm watching 138.50, 60. As the possible selling area with tight stop above 65 on a bid side. Now, how to react if we are going straight to the downside from here, right? I showed you this demand zone last week on Friday. There's a few like 37.60, right? We bounced from this level on Friday. Yeah, here I've showed you this level. We touched that level and we pushed higher, right? Then I've showed you one more on Friday, remember? Look, we opened it within this demand zone and we had the reaction, okay? And then we cleared this demand zone has been cleared. And yesterday we hit another demand zone and there was some demand. But looks like it's not that strong as we had a very small bounce. And most probably we are going, so we have this supply zone and it could work. And it could work. This 38.25 could work as a supply zone. But again, it's only, okay, it's 38.23, 24. And end of this supply zone is around 28, so just 4 pips. It's a very tiny supply zone. I would be very careful here. Okay. So I'm interested in 38.50-60 intraday, but I have to have a plan if we are going down straight from current level toward 38. So I would like to see cleaning this zone around 38.7, and then we have 20 daily moving average around 138, and we have 10 pips below we have this demand zone. So it could be that we are going to clean some stops below 38, below the moving average, and it could be that we are going to see some positive reaction around 37.90. Okay, so I'm going to watch 37.90 to 37.78, those 12 pips. And also I'm going to watch this zone here, but let's take a look. Here was the supply. So I'm not going to watch this lower one. Okay, why I'm not going to watch this lower one? Why I'm not going to? Because it was nice, right? It was move up above the resistance, so we cleaned up some stops and sell orders here, right, for sure, and we went higher here from here, but the move from here up this move here did not clean the stops here. So it was just approach to resistance, right? So this demand from here was not enough to push the prices higher. We pushed the prices higher above the resistance from here, right? Okay? One more time. There was nice rally, consolidation, continuation. But this continuation move was not strong enough to push above this resistance, right? We had a pullback. And after the pullback, after some kind of the consolidation, we move higher through the resistance from here. Okay, is that clear? Here was the move above the resistance. So here is quite okay demand zone. So I'm going to watch 37.90, 37.75 as a potential intraday buying opportunity. But again, not with waiting order. Let's see what's going to happen if the prices will fall towards that level. Okay? The one thing, let me show you in regards to this demand zone. We are trying to move higher once we pull back, and there was some filling already. So we have to be simply careful here. Okay? This showing some demand, but then we make a pullback into that zone here. So that's why I do prefer to watch what's going to happen there. So intraday, we have a plan from the buyer's perspective, and we do have a plan from the seller's perspective, okay? And of course, from here with tight stop, if I'm going to be able to buy 37.90ish, so around 37.90 to 95, my stop is going to be around 73 offer. So it's going to be around 15, 17 pips. Okay. And I'm going to target 38. Means that I'm going to have around 48 to 52 pips. Means that I have, with my plan, I have 3 to 1. Again, sorry, 1 to 3. I'm going to target the zone I mentioned before, but I'm going to target the beginning of this zone, right? I'm looking to sell I narrow it the zone as a selling zone, but as a target for my eventual long, I'm looking at the whole zone, okay? Great. Just one more thing. Because I've shown you daily supply zone and eventual daily levels where I will try to sell. So let me show you eventually good demand zone on daily to have a view where we can bounce from. The level around 37 here or some demand here, it has been cleared already. So of course it's some kind of demand zone, especially if we are looking at the strong move from here, but the zone has been tested, cleared, so not necessarily is going to be strong. So what else we can see here? We had some visible resistance around here, right? And look how we start the move. We took out the resistance here. Then we had a pullback, continuation, okay? So, we start the whole move from around here. So my visible good demand zone is around 35.30. Okay? There you go. How we moved from that level, how strong we moved from that level. Okay? So intraday, we are looking to sell around 38.50, 60. Intraday, we are looking to buy around 37.90 to 80. On daily, we are looking for 39.20 as a selling opportunity in the midterm. Of course, we do have previous demand zone around 37, but I would say the good one is around 35.30. Okay, so we have both for intraday trading and for some kind of swing trading, position trading, whatever you want to call it. Now let's try to look at the British pound. I got some price alerts, nothing urgent. British pound. Let's start with weekly. Once again, we have this visible resistance and supply came in last week. It could be just profit taking, right? Especially we have to watch CPI from UK today, 8:30 GMT. But let's discuss the chart. So last week supply came in, right? We have the week here. So no doubt we are at resistance and supply came in. Now let's take a look what we have on daily. So we are at visible resistance, no doubt about it. And we have some supply zone here around 67, 80, 85. Maybe we should take it slide. Okay. Okay. So we have some reaction to the downside. We are around support, visible support right now. 20 daily as well. So some bounce on daily is going to, it's possible. Okay. But we can easily try to clean some stops below that level, and on daily we have some demand here. Okay, so why do we have demand here? Simply we took out with a good fashion the resistance here, and it started here, bam, to the upside. Okay, now we have some supply here, but it could be simply profit taking, as we are very close to resistance on weekly. We are around the resistance which we respected last week on daily, on weekly. So we have this supply zone here, but would be great to see first clearing some demand zone on daily. Okay, one more rally, then bam, sell. Because okay, we have some supply coming in, but I don't know if it's only profit taking. Simply on daily we didn't clear any demand level yet. So we could easily see, I don't know, buyers return at 20 daily, pushing through supply level toward next resistance around 170. Okay, so pound is tricky here. So let's take a look what we have intraday. Let me clean the stops here. The expectations in regards to CPI are lower by 0.1 compared to last month. Okay. So now, what do we have here on intraday chart? Now here it's better. We had a rally, consolidation, and new high. So there was some demand here, right? Look at the fashion, we move to the upside. Now, looks like the previous demand is no longer valid simply because we moved lower below this demand zone. Means that all buy orders are simply done here, right? All buy orders were filled at this level, okay? So if we had some demand zone here and we broke down this level, so usually if something was support and finally has been broken down, now should work as resistance. And in our case, look, in our case it looks like it works as resistance. I put on our website, I put the note after the US close yesterday, and I pointed there that 167.50 is a level I'm going to watch today. And if bulls fail again at that level, I'm going to start to think about selling. So we broke down, we make small pullback here, test, and we moved down lower. So we cleaned even this small demand, if we can call it demand, but anyway, there was some consolidation up. So if up, of course, if we were able after the consolidations go higher, means that demand was bigger than supply here. Okay? So we broke down. Look, we respected this demand. We get back, found some supply. Supply has been tested, and bam, we went lower, clearing this supply zone. Again, pullback. Some orders filled here. So it's not that strong area. So again, I'm not going to wait with waiting order, with working order. As I mentioned in the note, I would like to see what's going to happen around 67.50. $67.60. Okay? Because the next area of demand is around figure lower, and of course you know what I'm talking about. Look at this strong move. and it starts around here. Okay, so 66.20, 66.10 as a potential target. Looks like nothing here in between, and we are going into that level right now, just before Europe Open. We have like 3.5 minutes to Europe Open. Okay, and it looks like it's a strong move. It's already like around 30 pips, so it looks like it's good momentum just before Europe Open. Okay, so let's stay with cable for now. Let's see what we can get from cable. Kiwi is going lower as well. Let's put euro dollar hourly here because we are going lower, and one more. Dollar yen, and we are in full right now. Okay, let's have a look what's going to happen. I wouldn't be surprised, guys, to see bounce from around 66.77, 80. Okay, so we had some moving higher from here. We cleared this zone now. Zone has been cleared now. So the move with good fashion started around 67.10. So I would like to see, right now, based on the current price action, looks like the 67, 40, 50, 60 is far away, and we have to look at 67.10, 67.30. Okay, upper line of this channel on daily. So I'm looking to sell, I'm looking for possibility to sell not now here at market, as we have third attempt. I'm not trying to tell you that for sure we are going to bounce from here. What I'm trying to tell you is we were able to create some upper line based on those two swings. Now we also have lower swings here, and looks like the channel has been created, and we have third attempt, and we hit the upper line just twice. So I would like to see move toward upper line of the channel. It's going to be the third attempt. Failed there, and I've got pretty nice entry level with tight stop. If I'm going to sell here, first, I'm selling around some visible, let's call it visible support, right? Created by the line. My stop has to be above the channel, so it's wide like 50 pips. And if I'm going to trade towards 66.20, I'm going to trade for 70 pips risking 50. Not the business for me. So one more time, I'm not saying that just be clear. Okay, maybe we will go straight towards the support. Okay, without the respect for this point here. It could be, but it's not I'm going to join. It's not something for me, especially if we are awaiting CPI. So maybe we'll be able to see some knee-jerk reaction toward the upper line, and then with tight stop, nice short. So selling around 20, trading toward 20, it's giving us one figure potential. With tight stop, we can have, in that case, we can have stop of 30 pips even. But we will try to narrow the stop maybe to 20. So instead of 1, 2, 3, we will get 1, 2, 5. Perfect trade. Means that we can take bigger size here, right? Risking the same amount of the money. So risking the same amount of the money from here, let's have a stop here. Risking the same amount of the money from here or from here means that here my position is going to be small. The first thing. The second thing, it's not even 1 to 2. So small position, wide stop compared to potential target, definitely not for me. What I'm trying to say, is that okay, looks nice to sell pound, but let's wait. Don't chase the price. Let them get back to you. As I'm always saying, patience will pay. Okay? So let's see what's going to happen here. In pound. Euro is trying to test yesterday low, and below that low, remember, 38 is 20 daily moving average, and 37.90, 37.75 we have demand zone. Okay, so let's take a look. Nothing special going on yen right now, so let's switch to Euro British Pound. And we should have clear picture, okay? The green line is the old daily channel, right? And still, as euro is weak, but still we can call it test of this broken channel. So overall, someone can call it bullish flag. We move higher, pull back, and we're trying to go higher from here. So that's showing me I've got some kind of this trend in the background, right? That's showing me that euro could be stronger than pound. Okay, if euro could be stronger than pound, and we were talking about some selling opportunities or possibilities within the euro dollar and British pound dollar. So this chart, euro British pound, is telling me that most probably it's better idea as of now. I don't know what's going to happen within the next 30 minutes, but as of now, it's telling me that maybe it's better to sell British pound versus dollar than selling euro dollar, okay? Especially in regards to euro dollar. From here we have like 10, 20 pips to support, and we have 100 pips to support to demand zone on British pound if we are going to break the lower line of this channel, right? So the scenario, possible scenario, euro dollar testing 37.90, finding demand zone going higher. The same with pound, finding support on the lower line going higher, but only toward the upper line of the channel. Right? Euro can try to fill the gap we're talking about. So it's like from 37.90, it's like 70, 80 pips here. And here we have like 20 pips possible upside. So means that maybe, but of course we have 20 daily on euro British pound here. Right? So we can try to trade long euro dollar from around 37.90 if we are going to find the confirmation. We can try to trade short British pound dollar from the upper line of the channel, so from around, most probably around 67.20 ferry, or simply we can try to find a nice setup on euro British pound. So we have plenty of possibilities to trade today. Okay? We have plenty of possibilities to trade today, and we just discussed 3 crosses. Okay? And we just discussed 3 crosses. Let's see what's going to happen. We have a few more minutes. Guys, I would like to, if it's possible, if it's not a problem for you, I would like to hear from you. What do you think? The idea to start 1 hour earlier, and let me explain you why. This week we have 1 hour earlier, because usually we start right at the open, right? So there was some moves right at the open, and we were not ready. I was trying to explain, I was taking some positions and quickly explain why, because I was watching earlier the market, right? And starting 1 hour before Europe Open, we have a time to prepare ourselves. So I have a time to explain you what I'm looking at. So right at the open, we have some plans in place. So would you mind to send me some informations on the email? If not, so would be great. I would like to know your opinion. Then we will decide if we start like today, tomorrow or Thursday, or like the previous rooms right at the Europe Open. I would say that the hour before Europe Open is simply better. We can simply prepare ourselves. But it's up to you guys. So let's see if pound will respect the lower line. Let's see euro dollar and Kiwi. Dollar yen Nothing special as of now. We can call it as a range. I mentioned yesterday, because it looks like we are trying to create some base, okay? So maybe we will try to make a breakdown, but there is a strong support base on 200 DMA most probably, and we have a, I'm going to show you in a second, but I would like to watch what's going on here and here. We have a around 180 we have a very strong support. So what I would like to see before buying, to see false breakdown, test 180, quick move higher, then I would join the move to the upside, right? Otherwise we have a chance to fall below. If we are going to break on a daily basis, if we are going to break 180, then we can go much lower. So as of now, nothing exciting. Looks like we are creating the base before the next move, and I don't know if it's going to be up move or down move. Okay, similar story. Let's move on daily. Similar story here, British pound yen. Right, down, up, so in the middle of the nowhere. Basing, I don't know, up or down. Okay. And most probably the same on euro yen. Exactly. So there are some intraday opportunities, and like today, right? Because we are again at support, and if we have base trying to basing on dollar yen, we have some support, intraday support on euro dollar, so maybe we have a chance to bounce again from the support on EJ, right, euro JPY. So 140, 130, 980, I would look for the eventual buying opportunity, as long as we are within the range. Why we gap down on euro dollar at the open? Most probably it was because of the comment that euro strengthened could push ECB towards the stimulus quantitative easing. Okay, but again, only words, right? So I wouldn't be surprised to see higher prices. It's not going to surprise me, right? Unless they will really start to do something. So the market may want to try ECB, right, by pushing prices on euro higher. But of course, we don't know what's going to happen, and that's why we are creating the plan, and we do know what to do intraday. We do know what to expect based on the daily chart, where we have supply zones, where we have demand zones. Maybe it's even, I'm using wrong words, potential demand and potential supply based only on the reaction price, how the price reacted at the certain levels, right? Because the real supply, the real demand can create the big guys, and we just trying to read the chart. We can say that we can expect here could be demand, here could be supply level. So yeah, I would say that the whole market comments or great supply, great demand levels are not perfect, right? Because it's based what we can see on the chart, but we don't know if there are really huge demand or really huge supply. Especially the big guys, the big day traders, they can easily remove their orders or move higher, move lower, or completely remove the orders. So it's like, you know, so only based what we can see, we can think that okay, here maybe, here not, here is broken, whatever. Okay. So looks like Pound is trying to respect the line. And as I mentioned, we have like 1 hour and 13 minutes into the UK CPI. Pound is trying to respect the lower line of the channel, so possible move higher, and we will try to see what's going on there at 30, at the upper line of the channel. Euro is trying to hold around 38, but still some distance to our potential demand zone. Kiwi around support. And as of now, we have some kind of range trading in yen crosses, so be very careful. Aussie is trying to consolidate, but I would say based on if because the week is short because of the Easter, the liquidity could be lower. So I would focus on the majors, and based on the plan we just prepared. So I would say we could be busy, very busy with pound and euro during the European session. So it should be very enough. We can watch Kiwi. So should be enough. Okay. Guys, so tomorrow we start again 1 hour before European Open. That's it for today. Be careful. Okay, use stops. Don't try to over leverage. So from me, happy trading. See you again tomorrow. Of course, if anything happen on our side, we are going to update website. We had some server maintenance yesterday, but we are up and running, so shouldn't be any problem. Guys, thank you very much for your time, and see you in a room tomorrow. Thank you, take care, have a good day.